Hi, and good morning. I'm here on Dulcinea in beautiful Half Moon Bay. And this morning I'm meeting with a welder who's coming to look at this. We have a crack on the back of our arch on both the port and starboard side. You can see the cracks right here. I suspect that I'm going to have to take this arch loose, set it up on some blocking, and he'll come back and touch these up, basically clean these up, which means I need to unrun some wires if he ends up doing any work on the ones, the forward ones. Anyway, which of course we have some stuff here. We've got this will have to come off, and probably a fair number of the other things, but it shouldn't be a big deal. I believe because I have a brace that runs back to this back here on both sides, I think I can just set it up on blocks and pull some wire back up into the tubing and pull it back down when I need to. Anyway, so that's what's happening today. We found out that those were cracked about maybe 45 minutes into our leaving on Friday, and it turns out that was bad enough that we wanted to come back and get them fixed. We know there's a welder here. There's my neighbor Bear. Hi, Bear. Hi. Hey. I'm having a welder come out and look at my cracked thing. Yeah. Anyway, so that's it for now. We'll talk about what he decides we need to do after a bit. Hi. Well, we got our arch back, and I've got the solar back up on top. We just finished that. Robin and I got that back up. I need to do a little tidying up on my wires here, but for a while it was putting out about 200 watts, and then the batteries caught up with it. So the guy that did this is at Princeton Welding here in Half Moon Bay. He did a really nice job. Nice thick welds. These are going to go for my cross braces. There's another one over there, and then down here he really bulked up the welds on the bases, and then added back here behind on both a nice little triangle back here to make them a little stiffer so they won't break again. So very good. Cost me $360 to get it, and they picked it up and took it back to their shop and worked on it there. We had to take the thing all the way off, which was no easy thing, but we got it done. So there we are, all finished. So the next weather window I think is looking like Tuesday. It's Friday today, so we'll be here over the weekend, and we're gonna go eat lunch here in just a little bit. Here we are again, looking at our newly installed arch. As you can see, we've got all these fastened down really well with the new bolts. The new welds are looking actually quite pretty. They're so nice and thick. And I spoke a little bit about these gussets last time, and these gussets now have a piece of Dyneema that runs down to an eye bolt that's bolted through the back here down inside the bulwark, with a big washer on both sides, and the Dyneema has a ring on the end. And I'm going to be changing these lashings out, something a little bit more structurally correct. I have some Dyneema that some 1/4-inch Dyneema I'm gonna redo these with. But first I want to stretch this out a little bit. These are just brand new splices, and I just want to stretch those out as tight as it can be to get my hand in there. And I have to crawl down inside this to get back there, so I have to physically take all this stuff out and worm myself back down in here. It's only about 16 inches deep, and then I have to work my hand up under all this and up there to get the fasteners on, but with Robin's help I was able to get that done. And like I said, I'm going to tighten these up one more time. I may have to redo this one splice on the other side because it's a little long. I thought I measured them as best I could, but they do seem a little long on that side. I'm not sure where the difference was because both of these lines started the same length, but there you are. The other access was over in the same little compartment on the other side. We don't really have what we would call a lazarette. Anyway, so that's going on there. And the other thing we did recently is we replaced this lifting tackle for the motor. A guy named Carey here on the dock had a bunch of old blocks that he was getting rid of, and they were more properly sized for a lifting tackle for this motor. So I redid those, put just a little short bit of line on it, so it's just pretty much long enough to bring that motor up and down off the dinghy, which is kind of nice. It makes it a lot cleaner situation, so I'm looking forward to using that more often. And everything's looking pretty good. So that's kind of the end of that project. I just wanted to kind of do a little wrap up on how the arches come out. I think one of the other things I did is I actually added another set of holes. There's now a hole at the that leads down under the through the bulwark for each one of these legs, so that I can run more wires, because I ended up having some trouble trying to run all these wires for the solar and the new instruments up there. That's my new anemometer, anyway, wind instrument, and then I had the new AIS aerial back here. So now I'm at this new wire, and this new wire right here is going to go to either one or two spots right here, one for the dinghy and one for to go here in the cockpit. So I think principally I want one in the back, so that when we get back late at night and we want to see what we're doing, we can put the dinghy back up without it being too terrible. So these tackles are good enough that they'll lift me up in the dinghy, so I can hook them on, and Robin can actually lift me up. So that's kind of a good deal. Anyway, there we go.